with the global regulatory compliance, how we can enable our industries back to normal. Now, the Industry 4.0 is enabling this change big time. You all have seen the change from mechanical to electrical and into electronics. But now we are living in an age whereby we have all of those caveats to put together a strategy around Industry 4.0 revolution, which primarily reflects the overall smart factory concept. We all are working towards how we can bring in innovations in our businesses, how we can bring in the Internet of Things concept in our businesses, how we engage with our customers in a more meaningful way with embedded intelligence in our business applications, in our business models. So now, there's a big issue because of this COVID situation. And one of the keys to resiliency is the ability for the organization to be agile and respond quickly as needed to change direction when required to take advantage of new opportunities. Because we all understand that when these business challenges comes in, this always comes with immense opportunity to grow. So now let's talk about a bit of challenges and opportunities. The biggest business challenge the companies they are facing today is immense. There's a report which says that the 51% increase in demand volatility, which means that the customers, they are also confused. The demand has been changed drastically. The way we used to do business has changed drastically, and which clearly reflects the overall cost effectiveness at your supply chain. So you can see 51% of your supply chain cost has been increased because of the simple phenomena of a demand volatilization. So which means that you need to now rethink and reimagine your supply chain. And you need to understand how we can improve from here. The customers, they are being very demanding, especially if you are into retail and pharmaceutical business. Your industries are very critical in these conditions. 48% of the customers, their mandate is they need a quick turnaround time in terms of their delivery, in terms of their fulfillment. And they need to understand how quickly you can serve their order so that they can serve their customers in a much effective way. And then again, the growing complexity of the global operations around the globe, which reflects 38%, which means the complexity in your supply chain, the complexity in your manufacturing has raised tremendously. And this is all because of this unforeseen issues which we all are facing. So now, as I said earlier, that all of those business challenges, they always come within the net new opportunities and the potential opportunities in which we all can take first mover advantage. So the companies and the organizations, they are moving towards the latest cloud technologies. So as the survey of McKinsey reflects, that 85% have already either moved or they are planning to move to the latest innovative tools out there available in the market. We all have adopted this virtual mechanism of interaction with each other. And this digital summit was supposed to be a physical event, which we all were waiting for, and we were planning for that. But now we have to do it in this way, the way we are doing it right now. So which means that the way of interaction and collaboration has been changed. Now, 56% of the customers and the businesses, they are now more relying on their analytics and the systems which give them a real-time information with respect to how they can do business in a more efficient way and how they can manage their complex supply chain, especially in the manufacturing space. Then also this brings the opportunity for IoT. So at the moment, still the companies, they're exploring the ideas around how they can leverage these IoT platforms in order to be less human intervene supply chain mechanism in place, which can take the data from their plants, which can help them drive the insights of their maintenance and shifting the gear from scheduled maintenance to predictive maintenance for that matter. And then using the built-in machine learning and the artificial intelligence capabilities within the business applications so that they can perform their functions and they can process the data as required by their leadership. So now, business transformation, again, when we talk about innovation, we talk about the market strategy, we talk about digital transformation. So there's a survey done by PwC which says that 97% of the CEOs, they say that innovation is critical to their business. But trust me, 54% they say the innovation strategy is not aligned with the business strategy, which means again there is a big gap in terms of what the leader or the leadership think versus how they want to execute their strategies in the businesses. Again, when they do a pilot project, silo-based project, then again the dissatisfaction around the innovation investment has also hit them big time, which actually give them, which actually reflects a very poor confidence on going on their innovation and investments. Then again, the overall effectiveness of their new product development. So which says that 64% of them believe that the efforts they put together to convert the ideas into the new product lifecycle are ineffective. This clearly reflects that we, being the leaders, we all understand the importance of this innovation. We all understand the importance of business transformation, but at the same time, we are not putting up together a right strategy, a right technology-enabled strategy in our organization, which can take our businesses to next level. So now, if you see the difficulty in managing all of those supply chain and the difficulty in managing your overall businesses is very, very important. And that's how your company can set up the stage for the next 5 to 10 years in your organization. What we normally do in our business is that we have certain ad hoc requirement coming in from any of the business, any of the line of business, and then we build up a solution around that so that for the time being that problem gets resolved. But we are not putting up together a strategy which can lay down the foundation for the Industry 4.0 disruption. So now still, if we see 77% of the companies, they still use their spreadsheets to make the decision on their projects investment, to make decision on where they can put their money on in order to get higher ROIs and the lower TCOs. Again, the survey says that 68% have no systematic approach, which I've been talking about throughout, that they don't understand where to invest in their dollars, from where they can get the right value of their dollars. So this is how a typical digitally connected enterprise looks like when it's come to the Industry 4.0 enabled vision. So we can see the entire concept of the smart factory, the entire concept of your digital supply chain, which primarily relates to your supply chain planning, supply chain execution, supply chain forecasting, all connected to your digital smart factory. And this all brings to you one voice, which is an Industry 4.0 revolution, which is turning the game, which is bringing all of those disruption into your business model. You need to identify how you can diversify into your business. You need to identify how you can manage your logistics operation. How can you effectively put together a comprehensive warehouse management solution, especially on the industry, on the pharmaceutical and retail industry, in order to do the fulfillment on time in these crises. So now, I'll just quickly talk about the key takeaways, right, which reflects that we need to really innovate at a very rapid pace, right? The shift is enormous. The pace of change is enormous. We need to understand how we can put together a digital strategy in place and how we can put together this as a business, as a service, as a model to our businesses so that we don't need to help our businesses to grow on ad hoc basis, but rather we put together a strategy in place so that businesses can grow in the right direction. And whatever disruption this Industry 4.0 will bring, or any other pandemic like COVID or anything else when will come in future, this will not affect them big time. Now, the global competition again in terms of diversification of the market needs has changed, and the demand for the faster delivery, again, especially on the customized product, which means that specialized on pharmaceutical and retail, because these are the two industries which is really serving in these crunch times. So now the time to embark on your digital transformation journey is here and is now. So we need to understand that if we are ready to disrupt ourselves and we are ready to take this digital journey, then only we'll be surviving. Otherwise, we all know the stories of the odds which happen in the world. So with this, I just conclude this for now.
Alam, I think your mic is...
Hello? Is he there?
I think
Yeah.
You're back?
Am I audible?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
That's excellent.
So a couple of last comments. Sorry, before I open the floor, a couple of last comments which I want to make. That in these crunch times, every company that has a chance now to outperform the peers. Every company, they have an opportunity now to focus on both speed and quality of the decision making. And the big moves these organizations will make now, this will put together the foundation of their business transformation strategy. And this will lay down the foundation how they will do the business in coming years. And it's also important to understand that how you resolve your resources or how you can reallocate your resources dynamically, because it is equally important to put together your financial consolidation and financial allocation. This is equally important to put your human resource allocation as well in these crunch time. And then, especially on the supply chain side, you need to be creating transparency. You need to be at least creating transparency up to the 2 levels, which means that you identify the potential risk, right? And you estimate the available inventory which you have available. So which will reflect you undermine your overall potential to do the business and how you can grow from here to put together a standard and a very solid digital transformation strategy for your organization. So with this, I wrap up, and if you have any Q&As, I'm happy to take those.
There's one question. What is the level of digital adaptation in percent by the employee of successful organizations?
So there is not a hard and fast some sort of a percentage involved with it. But when it's come to adaptability, if you really want to focus on building up those strategies, what I personally feel that it should be 100% commitment from the entire organization. So which means that not only from the leadership, but also right to the bottom, from the employee level. Because at the end of the day, if your employee is not willing to change, then you cannot do wonders, right? So it's always a start from the bottom of the organization. And then you have that vision in place.
Okay, there's another question, which is a long one. You discussed that how should industries prepare themselves and look for better opportunities to join the 4th industrial revolution, for which I have 2 questions. One, can you explain how should individuals prepare themselves for it? What steps should they take, and how should engineers get ready before the 4th revolution takes over the world and a lot replaces people? Let's start with that. I'll go to the second question. You want to answer this first?
So I think the first and the foremost is you need to learn new technologies. You need to update yourself. You need to unlearn and then relearn. That's the phenomena which need to bring in at a personal level. Because what we normally feel that whatever we have 20 years of experience, we have done XYZ courses, we are gurus in supply chain and manufacturing space. Nobody can talk to us. I mean, go on the days, to be honest. So you need to learn new skills. You need to empower your employees. You need to give confidence to your employees in order to survive in these crunch times.
Should we go to the second one? You're
Yeah.
done? Okay. Second one says,
Yeah.
my God, his question is very long. Since the concept of Industry 4.0 suggests that many of the production plants will turn towards cloud data collection, so how can engineers prepare themselves and get ahead and be prepared, because everything will become digitized? The logistics, the supply chain, the data collection. Etc.
Especially on the shop floor manager, how they operate in a business model now versus how they should be operating when they put together a digital platform in place. Specialize into the IoT, so Internet of Things. They have taken over these standard decisions around when to what would be your uptime of your plant, what would be your downtime, when you need to do the maintenance of your plant, how you can do especially in the textile sector, if a certain amount of spindles has been done on a certain plant, how you can improve the efficiency of the plant. So all of these discussions has now taken over by the concept of Internet of Things, which means that a sensor-based plants are available now in order to help the shop floor engineers and the shop floor managers to see the right productivity of their plants. And then the data which they receive from their plants, right? They do all of their analysis, and then they can put together a predictive maintenance plan. They can put together how they can improve the efficiency of a certain manufacturing line, how they can improve the workforce capability, because they might be doing something from a human resource standpoint by the help of 10 people. But now bringing in all of those efficiencies and technologies, they might reduce to 5 people. And then those 5 people can do a much more meaningful work for them rather than doing a laborious job. So this is how you can plan ahead for your digital transformation journey, especially on the manufacturing space.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Syed, for your time. May I request if you can just put your LinkedIn on the chat? Anyone who wants to get in touch with you, of course, they can do that on private. Thank you so much for your time and your patience. Sorry we're late, but it's technical issues. And we'll definitely stay in touch and connect under this platform. Mr. Ghulam, are you there?
Sure.
Yes.
It's been a pleasure. Thank you.
Anytime.
Thank you, Azam, for
Pleasure
your
meeting you.
wonderful presentation. I must say
Thank you.
it was highly inspiring and full of information. Especially when I look at from my point, I'm also a digital transformation consultant, so I learned so many new things, and we are thankful to you for this wonderful presentation and also answering the questions. Zina, what do you want to say next? So should we request Azam to leave the floor? And
no breaks. We have to jump. Women take over. No breaks. Okay, let's jump to the panel then. Thank you, Syed, so much for your time. Have a great day. And talk soon.
Pleasure. Good day. Good evening.
From Mr. Farhan Mahmood.
Where are we? Bye-bye. Where do we go? Freelancer?
No.
Where do we go?
Have fostering a learner-centric environment.
Which one? Fostering a learner?
Environment.
No, driving innovation culture in your enterprise.
No. Before that, we have a keynote that is fostering a learner-centric environment.
Who?
After design thinking.
No, after him we don't have. We have a panel.
No. We have this. It is planned in the agenda. Look at the left
name?
side. Syed Farhan Mahmood. So what I do Let's join the stage, next room. So Mr. Farhan Mahmood must be waiting for us.
Mr. Farhan Mahmoud?
Yes.
Okay, I'll just welcome him. All right, let's go there.